scrolling. If you've ever asked a woman any of these questions, and I'm talking to you need to hear this, because what you think is harmless is actually very, very, very hurtful. Pregnancy is already tough. It comes with lots of emotions, and asking some ridiculous questions can actually, trigger the unexpected. It can trigger the wrong reactions, the wrong button in a pregnant woman. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Adefemi Shimaski. If you're new here, I'm Adefemi. Today we're talking about something super important, which I feel like it's sometimes overlooked. Things you should never ask or say to a woman, especially a pregnant one. Emphasis on pregnant women. I know most people mean well, but some questions are just not okay. So today we're going to be dissecting. We're going to be talking about what to avoid, why it's awful, and what you can say instead. Imagine being pregnant. A lot of things are going on in your body. You don't even understand yourself. You are hungry. Maybe you don't even, it happened suddenly. You weren't expecting it. You're feeling uncomfortable, hormonal, not sure about the next season. You don't even know how you'll navigate your life. Especially if the pregnancy was unplanned, you're already tired, and then someone asks you, why are you spitting? You say, what? Yeah, that's not okay. Not okay at all. So let's talk about these questions and comments that are off limits to you that you're not pregnant, that might sound insensitive, and how we can be kind and respectful instead, especially in the workplace. Emphasis on the workplace. Number one of this question is, wow, you are huge. Hello. Pregnant women already feel self-conscious. Even if you mean it as a compliment, it comes across as being rude. Yeah, please don't do it. Better alternative would be, oh my God, you look so beautiful. How are you feeling? How is this journey going for you? Would be a better alternative. Number two, are you sure you are not having twins? At this point, you are very bloated though. Pregnancy is not a guessing game, I beg. This makes women feel judged. There's a lot going on when you're pregnant. A better alternative to that kind of thing, if you want to actually say something like that, is, how you're feeling? Is everything okay with the pregnancy? Do you know the gender of your baby yet? Even though some people find that, somehow not okay. We're all guilty of this, I know. Another question would be, when are you due? Hello, that I hear that a lot. This one is very common, but sometimes I don't think it's appropriate. Some women may not know yet, or may have experienced loss, and this question can be very hurtful to them, especially when they didn't tell you, when they were pregnant, but then just keep your mouth shut. A better alternative for that kind of question is, how far along are you? How is the pregnancy going? Do you know your due date? Another one that is very common is, it a boy or a girl? Have you not done this scan? Not everyone wants to share. Shush! What the hell? Some people are waiting to find out, or maybe dealing with emotional stress, or still trying to come to terms with their new norm. So that might not be the best time for you to ask such a question. Another related one to this is the way to throwing up. I'm sure it's a girl, when the person actually, they are praying for a different gender. You are not sure it's a girl. I beg, mind your business. A better alternative to this, if you really want to know, is, do you know the gender yet? If they say no, just respect it. And if they are like, just, let the conversation go. Are you excited is another one. Not every woman feels excited 24/7. I'm going to share this in a much better video. Pregnancy can be overwhelming and scary. A better alternative to that would still be, how are you feeling about everything? Are you coping? How is your mental health? When are you having more kids? This is a major no. It can trigger painful feelings for women who may be trying to conceive or are struggling with fertility. Please don't ask any woman, when are they having more kids, or when are they going to get pregnant if they are just newly married. If you really care, you might ask them, so what's been keeping you busy lately? Do you guys plan on having kids? That's if they are really close to you. But please do not ask anybody, when are they going to have their second or fourth child. Or another one is the father in the picture, or is he happy with the news? What's your concern? It is extremely personal and can be deeply hurtful. It assumes a woman's relationship status, or it could trigger some emotions, some things that they'll be battling with, or they're battling with, especially if their partner hasn't come around yet to the idea, we're having a second baby. It's hard. A better question will be, how is the support system? Do you feel supported during this period? And if they want to now share and open up and tell you, the father is not a bit sure, the father is not a bit sure, then you will now know. Another one is, are you going to keep the baby? Kilo kun. Even if they don't want to keep the pregnancy, it's still not your business. You are not their healthcare provider who has, privy information or knowledge, would like to know about these things. If they don't want to keep the baby, they will let you know. You could say instead is, I'm here for you. If you need anything, don't judge. If you don't want to keep the pregnancy, you can advise them, but a woman knows what she wants. Taking care of a child is no child's play. So if someone is actually contemplating whether they want to keep their baby or they don't want to keep their baby, just allow them their emotions, allow them their thoughts, allow them sit with their feelings, because it's a lot. I'm saying this from experience, and I'm so grateful for my workplace. They are really sensitive. Even those that knew that I was pregnant, they never came to my face to tell me, oh, I think she's pregnant. When I started showing, they later came to tell me, I knew from so that it's not my place to judge or to see anything until you're ready to share. And I'm like, oh, thank you for respecting my decision. Well, you come into my space to come and tell me, don't abort the pregnancy. It's a sin. Hello. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know if I'm financially able to take care of the baby. This is not to say I'm away for abortion. Babies are gifts from God. So in as much as it has come unexpectedly when you're not planning. And someone once cracked a joke. He says, you don't want to get pregnant. You say, oh, it's unexpected. But then you're having sex unprotected. I understand that fact. You just have to respect people, their pain, their opinions. I'm sure if someone is sensible, the Holy Spirit would speak to them and they would, keep their baby. You can advise them just to see a better option rather than aborting. But you now making them feel judged, mind your goddamn business. That is my take on that. And another thing I would say people need to really avoid or be careful of is, I know we mean well when we start, sharing tips and informations about babies, pregnancy. When you find out that one of your friends are pregnant, you start sharing memes and whatever you think will be helpful to them. We need to be sensitive about that. If you've not seen them post or reshare things like that, I don't really think it's good enough for you to start sharing what you think might be helpful to them, because you don't know what they're passing through emotionally. You don't know whether they're dealing with loss, or they're dealing with or sitting with the fact that, oh, they're going to be a new mom now, their life is going to change all of a sudden. These are things that you need to consider before you start sharing unsolicited advice. Another one is, you shouldn't eat that, you shouldn't eat this, carbs are not good for you, you make you fat. Look, when pregnancy comes with enough rules, no one wants unsolicited dietary advice, not even when you're struggling to eat what you love and just making sure to or making do with what your body is able to accept. Some pregnancy gives your body limited options. Some are sick and have lots of appetite for 9 months. So please keep your unsolicited advice to yourself. I, for one, when I'm pregnant, for the duration of my pregnancy for 9 months, I'm unable to eat what I want. Let me eat healthy, and I eat things like salad. I throw up immediately. So for some reason, my healthcare provider says I've got like a small stomach, and the baby is sitting directly on my stomach, and so it's like acid reflux. That's why my food keeps coming back. So for people like that, you're now telling them they're just trying to survive another day of being pregnant. I'm not that kind of person that enjoys my pregnancy throughout. I'm just thankful I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have preeclampsia, I don't have any complications. It's just that food throwing up throughout for 9 months. Like, some days they are really terrible, while some days I'm just surviving. So you're now coming to advise me, I'm going through a lot, serve it. A better alternative to that kind of conversation would be, do you want to talk about what you're craving? What have you been eating lately? Or would you try this? Maybe your body will accept it. Don't come and be telling them, don't eat too much carbs. Carbs are not good for pregnant women. Sugar is too much. Another one is, you look tired, or are you already breathing heavily? This your pregnancy is exhausting, Saying this just makes it worse. It just makes you question their whole life. Do you know what it is to be pregnant with a whole life, a whole baby? Someone else is going through your body. Better alternative for that kind of conversation would be, you seem like you've had a long day. Would you like to sit down? Would you like me to take some chores off you? Would you like to take a break, relax and catch your breath? Be kind. Another one is, you're still working. Don't you want to rest? Are you going to work till you deliver this baby? Are you trying to say she's not capable? Some women need to work for financial or personal reasons. Somebody like me, for my mental stability, me, I need to work. I'll work till the day I deliver my baby. A better alternative would be, how are you balancing work and pregnancy? You're really doing amazing. You're glowing, you. This is your pregnancy. It's good on you. This can sound nice, but it implies pregnancy is always beautiful, which is not. It's hard. Some days are not what it is. While I understand that some people, they don't pass through anything in their pregnancy, some people, they are having it hot. A better alternative would be, you look good. How are you feeling? You're really glowing and you're really beautiful. Pregnancy women may be choosing comfort over fashion. You look comfy will be a better thing to say. Pregnancy symptoms can be very painful, sometimes uncomfortable, and some questions are just too personal. So, we just need to tone it down. Also, but not that bad. The last one I'm going to talk about is, why are you spitting? Some pregnant women experience excessive saliva, nausea, or heartburn. As I said, during my home pregnancy, I spit and I always have acid reflux throwing up all the time. Asking them makes them feel ashamed. You coming to ask me, why am I spitting in a cup or why am I carrying a cup, will make me feel ashamed, and I just really want to wish I wasn't pregnant, of which I can't undo it. Especially if you've had a smooth pregnancy journey or you're never sick. You saying things like that only makes you show lack of knowledge. That's what I think it is. And two, it seems like you're rubbing it in, which is not nice. Some of us really wish we had better type of pregnancy, but it is what it is. A better alternative to that would be, are you feeling okay? You seem uncomfortable. Would you like to share your experience with this pregnancy? Would you like to talk about your feelings? And if they don't want to share, they don't want to share. Ignore the fact that they're holding a cup. It wasn't as if they were holding a cup before now. So suddenly you see them spitting into a cup. You should know that something is wrong. This could be harmless, but then you asking them, why are they holding a cup or why are they spitting, could make them feel like they are being unhygienic. Some people are holding a cup because they need to drink water and stay hydrated, or they are managing their nausea. Whatever it's going to work for you as a pregnant woman, you always do it. So please, you judging them or asking ridiculous questions is not necessary. You could tell them, like, would you want me to get you water or snacks? Do you need anything? Are you being sick again, or are you still vomiting? I hear that a lot. Are you being sick again? That question will make her feel like a burden. Just ignore these things. If they're not close to you, you ignore it. If you can't ignore, you can have conversation with them, but you have to do it sensibly. I'm sorry you have to deal with this way. Oh, I wish there was anything I could help you with. If there's anything you want me to help you with, this could be a better alternative to you asking them if they are still feeling sick or they are still vomiting. This one is, why you eating so much? Hello, pregnancy cravings are not a joke. This can make her feel judged or make her feel like she's getting fat. Fatigue is normal in pregnancy. We ought to understand that. It's not something she's choosing. Encourage her by saying, do you want to rest? Can I help you with anything? You saying things like, are you pregnant? When you can obviously see that. But say this person, if they've not announced their pregnancy to you, it's not your place to guess. It's a very personal question you can ask, especially if they look sickly or haven't started showing. Just wait for them to share their good news, even though I can tell if someone is pregnant. If you're unsure, don't ask. Just say, you look amazing. How have you been? And if they've been sick, just say, how are you holding on? This one is what we all do all the time. When are you having kids? This can be painful for women who are TTC, or women that are not ready, or women that are trying. Better alternative would be, are you enjoying your life right now? What are you focusing on? At the end of the day, the rule is simple. If it's personal, emotional, or related to a woman's body, don't ask. Please do not ask. Unless she opens the conversation, please mind your goddamn business. These are very sensitive topics. Pregnancy is a beautiful journey. Don't be scared. But it also is a very sensitive one. A woman doesn't need you to guess her life. She needs support. She needs your respect. And she also needs your kindness. So instead of asking insensitive questions that makes her feel uncomfortable, do your own research about common symptoms and difficulties. When you see a pregnant woman, some have swollen feet, they have swollen nose. Learn about nausea, fatigue, hormonal changes, body pain, the mood swings, pituitalism, gravidam, which is those that spit, and emotional stress. That way you can be more supportive, more compassionate, and more understanding. So if you agree with me or find these tips helpful, I've got my baby here. Please like and share with a friend that needs to hear or see this. Subscribe to this channel. Comment below. What's the most annoying thing someone has ever said to you while you're pregnant? Or if you're a TTC mom, what's the most annoying thing they told you?
You still want me, I hope you still need